Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a video on gradings. A couple of people ask like what is a grading and how do we do it and so on. So just want to go over a bit of information for people. We've got lots of newbies and stuff like that. So a grading in traditional martial arts is held every 3, 4, 6 months or whatever like that. We do it here at 3 months. And it is a way of celebrating the last 3 months of training that they've done, and it's a way of testing the skills that you've learned within that 3 month block to be able to move up. Traditionally, gradings have always been held, for example, as an instructor, I can walk into a class in Canterbury, Folkestone, Maidstone, wherever, and I can look at, okay, that person's a yellow belt, that person's a purple, that person's a brown, that person's a black, and I can then have different expectations and different skill levels within those certain grades. So grading is, from an instructor's point of view, a great way to be able to know how to teach at a certain class and what to expect from certain people. It is also more primarily a great tool for us to feel confident about ourselves, that we are moving and we are getting along with our training. For example, if you're a white belt and then 5 years later you got a black belt and that was it, there was no gradings, where are the stepping stones? Where are the things that I'm going to use to analyze myself, self-analyze my child, think, are they improving? Are they getting any better? So they're those stepping stones, the minor stepping stones toward our, probably one of our first primary objectives of black belt and beyond. Black belt is not the end goal. Black belt is the is the end of the beginner section or your primary school education, and then you go into black belt first, second, third dan is like secondary school, third, fourth, fifth dan is like university, and so on. So you're always developing and always growing. And gradings are held to help you grow and develop through the stages, to be able to keep yourself accountable and to make sure that you're growing and developing as a martial artist at all times. So how we do our grading here at Canton Martial Arts is we do it every 3 months. You've got to have attended a minimum of 18 lessons or 36 lessons for some of the guys, for the black belts. And within that 3 month period, 18 minimum lessons, which is 2 a week, which is 24, 75% is 18. So if you've been consistent enough at your training, which is what we're looking for, consistency, we're a black belt academy, you then have the required attendance, you have the required skill level, so you actually know what you're doing and how you're doing it. You're putting in the time, effort and energy within classes. You're not just being lazy, but you're putting in the time, effort and energy in classes. And towards the higher grades, we sometimes spread the gradings out a little bit, especially for the younger ones, because we get black belts around about 13. So if we can't have, for example, an 8-year-old be going for their black belt, it just doesn't work. There's a separate video on that. I don't know how to do that thing where they say click this button here, and I don't know how to do that. So the idea behind grading is, this is where I call it a celebration or even a graduation day. They've done the hard work in class. They've proved that they know the skills. They come along to graduation, belt day, grading day, whatever you want to call it, and where friends and family can come and they celebrate together with all the other dojos. So all the samurais from Kent will get together, all the samurais from East Sussex will get together, and so on. And they culminate and grade together in a one big happy celebration day. And it's just great. It's a great environment, it's a great feel, it's a great atmosphere. It just brings that level of confidence out, and as a parent, grandparent, friend and family can come along and watch. They feel part of it. They can actually see that their child is progressing. They can actually see that they're getting something out of their martial arts journey, rather than just turning up to class 2 times a week for the next 7 years with no real progression, no real celebration, no real stepping stones to what you want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, it's really what you want. Most people come to martial arts for confidence, discipline, and probably third would then be self-defense and fitness, because we want to build confidence, we want to build discipline, and coming along and getting those progressive steps helps build all those tools. So what we do, for example, this week we're setting off our grading list to HQ. those who have met the required lessons. Then next week we send out a text to everyone saying congratulations, you've been selected for grading, or you've not been selected for grading. So you'll get one of either two texts. You then have an option to opt in or opt out. If you opt in, you'll the £40 grading fee will be taken from your bank account on the day that the email says. If you opt out, for example, you might not be here, you might be on holiday, you might be doing something else, you can opt out and you won't be charged. What we then do, once we've got everyone opted in, we have our final grading list. I then order the belts, and then the managers and myself, the senior instructors and myself, we go through the list, we get all the belts ready, all the certificates ready, make sure the hall is booked, all the admin stuff. That takes a good 2 to 3 weeks to get everything ready, so that when we turn up, it's just not a matter of, oh, well, why didn't I just tell you yesterday and you could have just got a belt and you could have just turned up. It's not like that. You got to think we're a large organization, we're a large academy, and we want to have everything done perfectly for you guys. So that's why we have the grading list week. That's why we have the notifications to you. That's why we let you know when if you've been selected or not. That's when you can opt in or opt out. That's when we let you know when the payment's going to be taken, and then we order the belts, and then you come for grading. So there's a few steps for it, and that's how we do it. But mostly grading is a celebration day. You're coming along to celebrate the hard work and effort and the continued determination. Canton's ethos is spirit, dedication, and fun. We want to see, come in and show the right spirit, that you're dedicated and have some fun. And these grading days are a culmination of our mantra and a culmination of all those things together. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's taken way longer than I probably could have done, but I really wanted to be thorough so you guys understood exactly what grading was about. And if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to message myself or the team, and we'll answer any questions for you. All right, guys, see you grading. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye.